Well, good evening, my wonderful, beautiful people. It's me again. um, Sorry about the aggressive highlighter on my upper lip and my nose. I used the Revolution liquid highlighter and it's a little bit full on, and so I know it looks like a sweat moustache, but it's really not a sweat moustache, I promise. Um, I wanted to do a video that I have talked about doing before, about the comedian Diane Spencer. Now, I've actually done some research, try not to fall over, because I know you all think that I'm a consummate professional, but I am essentially one take Tracy. I sit down, I talk to you, and what you get is what I said at the time, which is why my videos are so polished. Not. So, yes, again, forgiveness is begged for any reflections you may get of my glasses bouncing back, but you'll live with it, I'm sure. So, Diane, one of the minor, and they are minor, drawbacks of the life I live here is when I stop work at the end of the summer season, I have essentially from sort of like October time through to May of not working, and for the first month it's usually amazing because I can sleep in, I can do what I please, I don't have to get up early, I don't have to do anything I don't want to. So for the first month it's wonderful. However, it can get a little tiresome after that first month. So what I tend to do is trawl through YouTube, find comedians that I love and watch them. But you can only watch the same comedy show so many times generally before you get a little, not bored, but you can anticipate every line. So what I will do is I will trawl through, because when you know what it's like when you're on YouTube, if you put in a search for, let's say, Russell Howard, it will show you everything that Russell Howard's done, it will show you his TV programmes, it will show you lots of things. And also what happens is it will give you suggestions. And Diane Spencer was one of the suggestions that I was given whilst trawling. Hello, Alfie. Whilst trawling through YouTube. As you can see, I've got my little shadow. Me and my shadow are here again. Yes, so Diane Spencer popped up on my suggestions. And, oh my God. Seriously, I mean, I told you it was 6 shows that she's got uploaded on YouTube. It is in fact 7. So I take my hand up and say, I'm sorry, Diane, you have 7 shows on there, plus loads of little bits and clips that are really great. Although I did get quite cross with some YouTuber who was interviewing her at the Edinburgh Fringe a while ago and got all prissy and arsey with her. And I don't generally leave arsey comments, but I told this guy he needed to grow a pair of balls or a sense of humour, because really he was such an arse. You don't watch, for example, you do not watch Frankie Boyle if you get offended easily. He's not the comedian to watch if you get offended easily. Now, Diane, his basic problem was the fact that she looks so innocent. The girl is beautiful, and yes, she does look innocent. But trust me, looks can be deceiving. So yeah, I got really quite arsey with him and left him not a nasty comment, but just told him he needed to grow a pair of balls, because quite frankly I thought it was appalling the way he behaved in the interview with her. But that's neither here nor there. I want to talk about Diane, not the dickhead that interviewed her. So, the lovely Diane. Now the research that I've done, deep and meaningful that it is the name of her show, or the names of her shows. Because I want you guys to go off, look them up, and cry laughing. Now, I will tell you, no, she is not a dainty little creature. She is not for the faint-hearted. She swears. She's got my kind of sense of humour, and anybody who knows me knows that's fairly filthy. One of the reasons I identify so much with her comedy is she thinks how I was thinking years ago when I was a teenager. I never understood all the double standards and the bullshit in the world, why it was okay for a man to be filthy but a woman had to be a lady. Bollocks. Why? Women are human beings too, guys, you know? Deal with it. If you want a dainty, fluffy little bird, go find yourself a dainty, fluffy little bird. If you want a real woman, and I mean a real woman who will give you a run for your money, push you to your limits, teach you how to be a better human being, really, then hello, Carter. Find a woman with a filthy sense of humour. I have got a mouth like a sailor, a temper like an Italian housewife, and the vocabulary of a well-educated sailor. So what? People find me charming generally, and I do, you know, I'm not going to talk to the local vicar or priest, as they are here, in a filthy manner. Well, there's another story in there, but we won't go into that. Those of you who know me quite well know the story, so you can have a little quiet titter to yourselves about that. But Diane, yes, let me tell you about Diane. I found her and I fell in love with her brain. I mean, yes, like I say, she's a beautiful woman, incredibly attractive. She has this incredible mane of Titian hair, which is, I mean, I love redheads. I think redheads are always, I was a redhead myself until I kind of hit puberty, and then I went brunette, but I was like strawberry blonde, redheaded when I was a young thing. So I have that 0 to 60 with the temper, you know. I have the redhead attitude still, even though the hair now disagrees with it. And I spent a lot of years bottle dyeing it red because that's what I was. I was a redhead at heart. So yes, the beautiful Diane. She's wickedly funny, and everything in her shows, everything is a big circle. It's all stories about her life, and I love comedians like that. And sometimes, particularly with she did a show in LA, and you could hear everything flying over the heads of a lot of the audience, because Americans don't have that kind of observational humour. They like their humour to be a bit gentle and slapstick, and she's not that kind of girl. I am pleased to say, because otherwise I probably wouldn't like her very much. I love her stories, I love how she talks, I love the language she uses, I love the way her mind works. If you can fall in love with somebody's mind, I fell in love with Diane's mind. She is a clever girl. She is a clever girl. I mean, she will tell you in some of her shows that she's not that bright a girl. Bullshit. She is a smart cookie, without a doubt. So, without further ado, I'm going to tell you the names of her shows. Now, I will have to read these because whilst I remember some of them, I don't remember all of them, even though there's only 7. Oh, it's my age, you know. Once you go through the menopause, everything stops working properly. What can I say? So, Miss Diane Spencer's shows are, and I can't read with my glasses on, as you know. First one is Wit, Charm and Filth, which was the first one I watched in full. And holy shit, she grabbed me by the throat the moment she walked on the stage. She was living in New Zealand at the time. And I was crying through the entire thing almost. The second one was called Lost in the Mouth Specific. Diane does like her strangely titled shows. And truthfully, watch the shows. You'll find out about her titles and what they mean. And really, I don't want to give anything away. I want you all to enjoy it as it is. The next one is called All Pervading Madness, which is the one done in LA, I believe. Yes. So the audience needs a kick up the arse, frankly, I think. Well, some of them deeply enjoyed it. You could tell they were deeply enjoying it. But some of them, you could just see the looks on their faces. They were like little startled deer in headlight. It was quite funny. Even that was quite funny. Next comes Exquisite Bad Taste. And that kind of sums Diane up. Yeah, she can have a bit of bad taste, but it is exquisite. It really, really is. Next, Next, this one is my absolute favourite. She talks about falling in love with her now husband, Kevin, or Voldemort. Go watch the shows. That's all I'm saying. And Hurricane Diane is my favourite one of her shows so far. I know she's about to record a new one, so I am waiting with bated breath. Then comes Power Tool. Power Tool is incredibly funny, so beautifully observed. You get to see not just Diane's comic skills, you also get to see some of her acting skills, because she's incredible. She's a trained actress, as I say. She went to drama college. That's what she did. In university, she studied drama, and seriously, her accents are bang on. And I speak as one who went to drama school and was taught to do accents, so perfect. And the final one after Power Tool is called Seamless. Now, in Seamless, Diane talks about, she touches on it also in the one before, but she talks about stepchildren in Hurricane Diane. Now, I am a step monster. That's a whole nother video all for itself. I had no intention of ever bringing up the fact that I'm a step monster. But some of the coincidences between, like, her stepchildren and my stepchildren were eerily close, which is why I identify so much with Diane. I'm pleased to say that she has a wonderful relationship with her stepchildren. Mine hate me. But then I'm only 10 and 12 years older than both of them. So I think we were just a little bit too close in age for the mother thing. And I'm not maternal. I never wanted children. Alan and I talked about it over the years. And it wasn't for us. It wasn't for us. And it's not that I'm selfish, because it's not that I didn't want to have children because it would have affected me. I didn't want children because it would have affected my relationship with Alan. I didn't want anything to come between me and Alan. I loved him so much. It was such a deep-seated love, and it was so strong that if you're going to have kids, they have to come first. They must come first, because that's what having kids is about. But I knew that if I had children of our own, that I would lose some of the relationship I had with Alan, and I wasn't prepared to sacrifice that to give birth biologically. So that's why I didn't have any children of my own. So yes, this is not a huge one. I just wanted you to know about the wonderful Diane properly, to know what her shows are called. Please, please go watch her. Don't you bark, it's a car. Please go watch her shows on YouTube. The woman is a genius, seriously. And if you like dirty, filthy, funny women, she's the girl for you. Go look her up. Subscribe to her channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Please give me a thumbs up. And please leave me any comments that you may have. I'd rather they weren't unpleasant. But, you know, at 51, my skin's pretty fucking thick. So, what can I say? So, guys, thank you very much for your attention. Thank you, boys, for being surprisingly bloody quiet. But then it is relatively late, so they're probably needing a nap. Bless their little hearts. Yeah, go look up the wonderful Diane Spencer and give your taste buds and your humour buds a treat. Philakia.